All right, so we've just finished growth of radicalism. We've talked about the assassination, and now we're like, what's next? And what's next is terrible for Russia. Alexander III, who believed that his grandfather was the greatest thing and his father was the cause of his own death, he embraces reactionaryism. He is a reactionary czar. Again, he gaslit his dead father. You're the cause for your own death. Is that crazy? But in the face of this growing nationalism throughout Europe and the conservatism, Alexander ushered in Russification. This is official nationality on steroids. When we think of Russification, he's going to enforce the Russian language on all the minorities. There's over 100 different dialects in Russia at this moment. And yet now he's trying to force them all to speak Russian. They're going to force everyone to be Orthodox. They're going to force them to be supporting he's going to use his wide group of secret police, his wide network of secret police to enforce this. In the end, after that romantic hope of reform with a great reformer, it's going to end creating a desperate Russian people. And maybe the most important thing I add here is Alexander III thought his son was an idiot, and he ignored his son. He did not train his son to be the next czar. So when he died unexpectedly in the early 1890s, it's going to usher in an era of conflict. But before we get that conflict, what we're going to see is Alexander III does do one thing. He brings in Sergei Witte, and Sergei Witte becomes the key industrial advisor. He becomes like the quote-unquote prime minister of Russia, and he oversees that second wave in industrialization. And this is going to go from Alexander III into Nicholas II. And we see, first thing, I really love that McKay had this quote here from Sergei, that really it's about the importance of foreign investments. He is recognizing early on that Russia is so far behind, despite having vast natural resources, a vast amount of workers that he can maybe try to get tapping into. He realized he needed that. And Sergei Witte is going to utilize this to create a close tie that will eventually lead to the Russo-Franco alliance. So that's going to be important a little bit later. He saw the expansion of the railways, and the most famous one is the Trans-Siberian Railway. And it's the first time in Russian history that a piece of infrastructure united its west to eastern portions. And this Trans-Siberian Railroad is significantly longer than our Transcontinental Railroad. This was an economic miracle, basically. He utilized protective tariffs. So he's utilizing the idea that, hey, we need to do that, which then kept prices higher. And he shifted the gold standard in hopes to stabilize the currency. Unfortunately, that gold standard is going to increase inflation as it limited the amount of currency. So again, really important. And I like this image. This is the comparison of the per capita income or per capita GDP between between United States, here's the United States, and Russia. Looking at that, I really hope you can see, the United States significantly better off. Their standard of living, the progress, everything is going to be significantly better in the United States because, once again, despite what's happening with the industrialization, Russia still remains relatively medieval. And that's going to lead us right here to the Revolution of 1905. I'm going to pause here.